I wonder if this thing still works. Oh, hey, how's it going? This is Webby here. And if you're anything like me, you have a bunch of old 8mm tapes and VHS tapes with home videos on them just collecting dust that you wish you could convert digitally. Well, I found this thing on Amazon, which is supposed to help with that kind of thing. This is the Video to Digital Converter 2.0 from ClearClick. And the main reason why this thing caught my attention is the fact that you're supposed to be able to connect a VCR or a video camera directly to this via RCA cable, and you're supposed to be able to record directly to an SD card or a USB drive, and you don't have to connect anything to a computer. So that sounded very appealing to me, mainly because I've tried a bunch of different things in the past where you do need to connect everything to a computer, and it requires certain video drivers and certain software. And I just never had the greatest of luck. Either those things stopped working right away, or they were difficult to use, or the final product was just not a good quality recording of my home videos. So this thing got pretty good reviews on Amazon, so I decided to purchase it. I'm going to give it a try. To test it out, I'm going to try converting video from 8mm tapes into this thing, as well as VHS tapes, and hopefully it works. But before we get started, let's find out what's in the box. All right, so in the box, we have the Video to Digital Converter 2.0 device, the USB power cable, along with the power adapter. We have an AV cable, and then of course the user's manual. So on the panel itself, there is the menu/back button, the power button, the OK button, there's the mode button, and then the record and stop button. And it looks like the up and down arrows control the volume. And here on the side of the device, we have a slot for the SD card. And one really important thing is you're going to want to format your memory card based on whatever type of device you're going to be viewing the video on. So if you're using a Mac or a Windows device, make sure you know what type of format is best for the device you plan on watching these videos on. And then we have the USB-C input to provide power for the unit. There's an S-video input. It's got the AV input. It has an HDMI output. And then we have a USB slot for if you're using a USB flash drive to record your video. And then it's nice that it has the LCD screen here for preview and playback. Alright, so first off, we want to plug the device in and turn it on. And just in case you were curious, this device is not battery powered, so you do need to plug it into a power outlet. And it says the device will automatically be in capture mode when you turn it on. And let's go ahead and check out the menu options. First we have language. Second one is for setting the date and time. Then you have an option to choose if you want to add a time watermark to the video. There's signal loss detection. You can do auto stop recording. That is where you decide if you want to stop automatically after 60 minutes, 90 minutes, and so on. Then there's video quality, where you can choose if it's got auto detection, or you can choose that it does the 640 by 480. Then there's the video source option, where you choose AV or S video. There's an option for default storage device, and that's where you can choose if you're going to use an SD card or USB flash drive. You can do schedule recording, whether it's daily, once, weekly, or off. Then there's an option to restore factory settings. There's the formatting option where you can format the memory card. My memory card was already formatted how I wanted it, so I am not going to do that right now. There's a firmware upgrade option. I'm assuming you have to hook it up to a computer to do that, and then it shows you what your firmware version is. So there's all the options for the menu settings, but enough of that. I think it's about time to see if this thing actually works. Alright, so now it's time to hook up the video source. So you want to use the included video transfer cable, the one with the red, white, and yellow connectors. This VCR only has one audio output, so I won't be able to plug in both the white and the red connectors, but that really shouldn't matter. Then I will connect the other end of the cable into the input of the video converter. And according to the instruction manual, it says the converter's preview screen will remain blank until the device detects a live signal from the video source. Alright, so I'm going to put a tape into the VCR. Then I'm going to hit play. And hopefully it'll show up here on the device. Yep, here we go. Nice. And then all we need to do is hit the record button to start the recording. Then you just let it play out until you're done recording. Then hit the stop button. Now, one interesting thing, this device does have an automatic stop recording feature. So if you didn't want to babysit the whole thing as it plays and you don't want to risk forgetting about it, you can set it for 60 minutes or 90 minutes or longer, and then it'll automatically stop once it reaches that recording time. So I'm going to let this play for a bit, then I'll stop the recording and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so I stopped the recording, and one really nice feature is you can play back your recordings on this device and watch it on the LCD screen. And if there is sound on your video, you'll be able to hear the audio as well. Also, with the HDMI output on this device, you can hook it up to a TV with an HDMI cable and watch it full screen on your TV. So that's a really cool feature that I like a lot. But right now, what I'm going to do is take the memory card out of the device and connect it to my MacBook and make sure the video file plays properly on a Mac. The memory card has been inserted. Alright, and now it's showing up on my MacBook as an untitled drive. I'm going to open that up. Going to go to the video folder. Alright, here's the file. Let's see how it plays. Alright, looks like it worked. The video is playing nicely. And let's see how it looks when it's expanded to full screen. Nice. I'm very happy with how this turned out. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my 8mm video camera, and hopefully it will work out as well as the VHS conversion did. So I'm going to be using this one right here, and as you see, it does not have the standard RCA audio and video outputs. It has this type of output right here. Luckily, I do have the cable that came with the video camera, and I should be able to just connect that and then plug it into the converter. So we're going to try that now and see if that works.
On your pumpkin, Kelly.
All right, so luckily that cable does work with this device, so I'm going to go ahead and play this tape and record it into the converter, and then we'll make sure that records and plays properly. All right, so I finished recording video from the 8mm video camera into the converter. It looks and sounds good when I play it back on the device. So next I'm going to take the memory card out and connect it to my MacBook again, just to make sure the video file looks and sounds good on a Mac as well. All right, and there is the memory card. Let's open that up. We'll go into the video folder, and then I'll open the most recent one. All right, here we go. All right, nice. So it worked with playing my VHS tapes from the VCR, and then it worked with the 8mm tape on my video camera. So now I will give you my final thoughts. All right, I just finished testing out the video to digital converter 2.0 for the first time, and I've got to tell you, I am very happy with this purchase. This thing worked great. It was super easy to set up. It recognized the video signal really quickly. You hit record, and then when you're done with the video, you hit stop, and that's all there is to it. It records directly to the memory card or the USB flash drive if you choose that approach. And it's just like that. It's ready for the memory card to be put into a computer. You can actually play the video back on the device itself, and it has an HDMI output to where you can connect that to a television and watch it right then and there on the TV directly from the device. So this thing is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. It's a bit on the pricey side. When I bought it, the price was $159, so that sounds like quite a bit, but to be honest, for how easy it is to use and how good the results are, I definitely think it is worth it, especially like I said before, you don't have to use a computer. I've tried numerous different types of software and things where you need video drivers or certain video cards, and then you have to record it into the computer. And I've used a bunch of those things, and none of them made me happy with the results. They were a lot less expensive, but I think there's a reason for that. It's because they didn't work well, or they stopped working shortly after I bought them. So even though this is a little higher in cost, I absolutely think it is worth the investment. So anybody watching this video, if you are in the market for something like this, I highly recommend it. One thing you do need to keep in mind is you need a working VCR or video camera that can play your old tapes, because without something to play the tapes with, this device isn't really going to do anything for you. So as long as you have something to play your old tapes on, and as long as it can connect to the available video and audio inputs on this device, it works great. I definitely recommend it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel. That way you can get alerted anytime I do videos in the future. And if there's anything specific you want to see me review, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But that's going to do it for us here today. And until next time, this is Webby, signing off.